Now handoff here to his running back. 4 yards the result of the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
Establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Time to the tailback. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Now to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Look to throw. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they weren't able to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. The guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect the passer. When a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and tries to knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And 3rd and as well. The other day they told us we got 3rd and 5 or less. We have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us, they believe it's a matchup game at that point. They liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the players on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. By the ball. And this will remain a scoreless game. Close to an NFL record, but denied by the ref.
You have to feel bad for him, don't you? He squeezed every last inch out of that kick. I thought he had it, but you said it. He's denied, but for the cool sound of the metal crossbar.
This offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Here, that's complete.
You call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Second and 4. He works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One-on-one there. Just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he's right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field, so he put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
And then we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. He said, write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Right back to him on first down. Nice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Second and 11. In the air, and now it's intercepted. Off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last go around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Couldn't make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Trying to get the edge there, the defense is too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
They take him down, but they got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
They all came together there in breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They try the right side here. And he is in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Just a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now out of the goal. 7 back on that one. It moves to third down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends, it might be flexed out. You've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside.
To return it for a touchdown.
I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this is one of those bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Down and on is Ty Long to punt. And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. Cleveland geared up to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they got a chance to redeem themselves. Maybe their defense
and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it then.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So they had a big loss on that first down pass play. This window is running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
You ready? 66 foot.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He gets 7 there, but it brings up 4.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing at the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. But he'll get this away to the AC winner air. Fielded just inside the 30. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go in and out, but maybe, possible. Let's try and think with them here. Maybe turn the ball over, put it in the hands of.
Going down the left side, it's a foot race, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there, 64 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Robbie Gold on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Get the connection on a long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
Now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Here and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
The advantages of zone defense, as I remember, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. They find those levels that can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it here to his running back. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. There's the Browns strike for 16 in the 1st half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there. Game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went through it out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He didn't once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. I give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 1-7 nothing on EA Sports. An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. The throw. And boy, he was very close to the first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He wasn't the primary target. Check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on fourth down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert able to knock this one through. Still trailing, it's 7-3. So 3 drives down for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Offensive coordinator, and you're averaging a point to drive. You don't want a lot of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
To the main field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interception.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well. He's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
Here in the second quarter. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I know when I was a kid, I was getting real excited when I saw those high roll type runs. The best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And that worked as well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. On, set, name, roll.
The throw here. About the timing was a little off on that throw.
You know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And incomplete.
We're not playing 3 yards in the pack against football anymore. I get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering what's going to go good or bad for your team. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right to kind of play it into their hands. Niners tie long now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A punt return of 53 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
You got a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous, they mishit the ball and kick it right to them.
Seibert on for the extra point. And it's two. Makes the lead at 10-7. His big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that route, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up, get the defense to react to other people, other plays. But don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational, that kids. Look at 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
But the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a quarterback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Ball on a 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. The middle, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be real off target.
And the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Handoff looking right. And a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good for 22 and a first down.
This stage of the game, the run pass looks a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down in that run.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. And then how we going? It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So they got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Fake on the give here. Down 2 touchdowns.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Cybered on for the PAT. Good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. Here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Like they change offensively.
I think what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. And out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. That's how they used to call it the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Servers are as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people have to run, they don't tackle him anymore. If they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might be getting the ball in some space in some different ways here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Good throw. It's complete. He gets from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That's good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him communicating there he is, and he passed it off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. But a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I wonder why that doesn't happen more often for guys having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the perfect position. That's difficult to do. You got to
Incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. Flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say.
The 14-yard line on the return.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. As a receiver, you got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This drive in the air. Complete to the tight end. 7 yards.
And ahead of the chains. Good pickup. Down hitting the tight end there. That brings up the second and manageable.
That zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground they go with the running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. 60 out there.
They'll give it here to his running back. Down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. After an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 out, give the ball right back.
They avoided that. You definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college, I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming back. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Down he goes. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando with Jonathan Coachman with highlights and analysis. But this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
The defense certainly did its part. It got on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover. Doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchdown. And here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points. Already in a spot. You got 3 on the board for sure.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
About the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They're going to look to throw. What's going on this drive? Looks like they're going to have to find a way to CD.
Right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on the punt for LA. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here on the punt. And the Braves have a short fielding floater now as they take over first and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. It feels like they're passing the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse.
No doubt about it.
Here, that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Knocked away.
I seen him catch a few passes out the backfield in the front. They were able to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You can cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of the half.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try to get this offense moving. And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players. Maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. It keeps him out of it where all the big boys are.
Make someone miss in the open field. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a timeout signal for, they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. We have 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room.
Yeah, or they can even something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what's usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals
because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throw down on the final play. 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you down to Orlando with Jonathan Coachman as our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. Be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The sprint to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So they have the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Second and 14. That is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on it there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play.
Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. On the corner route, again, it's his sixth catch and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try to get more pressure
A
at the passer.
pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Nowhere to go. He lost the football.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. Right now, out of the goal. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Trying to show you they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Now high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball at quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams say, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. But sometimes they throw a big chunk right away. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to get themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a play fake. Set up the throw. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy, and try and turn it hot, try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Well, they go with a tight end carry. This across the 15 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
We saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. Moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
There's second and 8. Side here, and it's complete. A 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Time to the tailback. First down here at about the 40. 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it. What do you think?
He's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're open, these big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Definitely not to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. It felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a 2nd down 10. It's away and incomplete. This drive, which was so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, I found this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after one more time.
This offense was on the move, and 2 straight incompletions. Second down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution, it's not just performance, it's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can they put out there to try and slow him down?
First and goal, they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. Taking it in. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result? 6 points.
Touchdown. Now goal for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Certainly want to report what they had to do last possession. That was pump the football. This game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Action here on first down. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
I see a play like that, I come back to wish for reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, doing what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And
Man, critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
back to the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action, no throw. On the right sideline, but not in the field of play. Say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Turnover putting in great field position. They don't want to squander it. Down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash into this points.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they off and become the leading receiver.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Just inside the 5-yard line.
So here we go. He had the touchdown. And now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it. He's having himself a
Back at the 4. Here's second and goal. Second and 4. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had the fumble last time, but it led to a touchdown. That's a no-no.
Big no-no. Capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflating for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and get things done.
See if they can pick those things back up. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means you probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. That's complete. Convert the gain of 4. And just in general, Charles, how tough is it for the defense to account for running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense?
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. A gain of 6 there on first. trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it. This third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Time to the tailback. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize the strategic football, the situational football. It's not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was, and making sure they didn't get there.
Give it here to his running back. In the backfield, he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of one, and that's going to make it fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. First down, close it out.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That'll move the sticks for the Browns. A gain of 12. In the fourth quarter,
and there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. It's time to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. They'll run it. The coverage maybe too good that time as he breaks away from 19 with his legs on 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter. Picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
I get this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Calling a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to them back.
The Browns on 3rd down. They converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw. It's a game of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap is going to look to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the game that time, 2nd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The 2 now, 2nd and goal. This one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Path became similar to in a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense? Someone who will dance with him and go where he goes. Oftentimes, if you utilize a spy, you take away someone in coverage as well. Oftentimes, the spy not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
He turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all through, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Cyber down to kick it off. Kick, taking it about the 16. A nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. It went a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive time.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Start this drive in the air.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm is the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the hole, they give them a few words to say to the QB.
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The play fake. He'll make the throw. He's going to walk on deep inside here. Incomplete. Their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
I remember Coach told me a long time ago the difference between corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's Ty Long now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is Ray. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him, maybe the guys up front, combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now. They had not picked up on, now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
If you're a selfish player, you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense.
That's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, we'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it. Big third down. Outside. Out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets it first.
They had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel
defensively a backbreaker. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Try to jet sweep here. This defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Continuing to run, they'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. For them to go with the football to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. A lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed a deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. Change of possession here on the punt. And here come the offense as they take over. So the Chargers now down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards. The pickup on the pitching catch.
Some people crazy see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. They'll look to throw. Down to the 30-yard line, tackled there. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. First down now, but that clock rolling. But it's incomplete. That's just a little bit off. Maybe try to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. A pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Hang on, third down. Long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing line?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big time pass rusher, send it out to the quarterback and then make sure you break in the field.
Back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 28. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, Parker. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Run it now, out of the gun. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA. Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Very close to a turnover. They're in the end zone. Caught it out of bounds, and the score stays the same here in the fourth.
Change the numbers on the score, but when you're running routes in the end zone, you've got to give yourself enough space as a receiver to make sure you can come down with the ball inbound.
Especially in this type of a game in the fourth quarter. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
People watching this one right here gave up because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now going for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. As the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone and it's the guy that's short in the end zone that comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
They can cover all their bases. Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Field. Incomplete. We're down to 8 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw. He can run for it, and he will. They couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it, you're exactly right. It's down to the last play. We're still wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.